Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Monday, July 29, 2013. I am Astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. This is the big, powerful day, the 6-point star, the grand sextile, 2 T-squares. What is happening? Well, this is a destiny moment in your life, a big time to have all the systems come on. It is so rare to have a day like today because of this grand sextile. That's really where the power is. And it's all because of the moon. Without the moon that moves constantly, this all wouldn't be happening. A 6-point star wouldn't be happening, a big T-square wouldn't be happening, and this big powerful grand sextile. And we gotta take a look at the moon. You know why? Because it's the moon that's causing all this. And more importantly, we got Jupiter in Cancer, which is expanding our feelings. And I think it's so important to see that it's very karmically connected about how we feel in our lives right now and the direction that I think we're about to go. And if our heart is lighting up towards this, this is a powerful time, one that you will remember. It is not a coincidence that you're at this place in your life, that you're having to find comfort and where comfort isn't at. You know what I mean? This is time for you to feel comfy in your life, and no matter what road you go, it will not be comfortable to get there. I hate to say it, it's true though. This is a big T-square to Uranus, and Mars squaring Uranus, and Pluto over there in Capricorn. It's extreme change that must happen. One leaving the old rules, one leaving the old way, one leaving your old life, one leaving the past. And this past is old. It's taking the dust off and throwing away that desk. Even though grandma gave it to you and it's grandpa's, it's 2013 now. And it's time to put the new desk in. It's time to freshen up the house. It's time to take our roads now. It's time for us to know what we love. This is gonna take extra courage. This is a sun in Leo that wants to shine bright. And it's all alone in there. The sun's in Leo all alone in this. And it's all about this happiness in your life. And this is fixed energy. It's a big, powerful T-square of the sun squaring the moon. So this is the 3/4 square of the moon, and you've got Saturn in Scorpio. This is not normal. This is very challenging. And you're gonna have to see that it's your feelings which are hoarding a certain way. Taurus is the hoarder. It wants to hold on to the best feeling, the best everything. And sometimes we can have too much of it. We can hoard too much. We can think it's gotta be this certain way. You know, I can only have Windex to do the windows. That's Taurus energy. And it's so funny that we're gonna have to really review that we have feelings that we're gonna have to let go of that have been hoarding it to be a certain way, especially as it connects up to all this Cancer energy, which is expanding to these new feelings. And with Uranus and Aries, which is not a comfy place, it's a battlefield, and it's a crazy battlefield with electricity. It's like in Terminator 2 when the pew, 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 pew. We all have to go into this. We have to go into this new world, go into our new directions, and it's not comfortable. It is not comfortable. It is not safe. You're gonna have to make an extreme move towards comfort, one that's gonna affect the relationships in your life, the values of your life that you hold dear, because we do have the Venus energy in Virgo, which is making trines to the moon and trine to Pluto. It's gonna take extreme change of your value systems, extreme change in relationships, and step into these new feelings. That South Node in Taurus is requiring, as it conjuncts the moon, us to purge our emotions and our old hoarding ways, to just find the best, but make sure that we are not holding on to feelings of the best that are getting in between our hearts. That's the lesson of Leo to Taurus. Like, hey bro, you can have fun in any situation. You can have fun using different kind of, you know, CVS Windex opposed to the Windex version. Like, it doesn't matter, it's still Windex, and you love that you can clean your windows. But it's that energy of you can love your life, and it's gonna be, you know what? You're not gonna have every little thing the way you want it to be. I think that's the lesson. We all wanna go a new direction, but there's something telling us like, God, that's such a great route, but there's that one thing missing. There's that one energy missing. Well, sorry, you're not gonna get it all. And you only get it all by leaping towards it and then building towards there. And that's where we're at, that the ship's on and it's time to go, and it's not gonna be comfortable in the directions that you're gonna take now. The directions you're gonna take are gonna get you to that comfort, but no way in hell are you gonna just have it there. There is no perfect road to take. That is also the lesson, is that the road you take is the one based off your heart, based off your truth. Saturn and Scorpio, the timekeeper, it's time. No more bullshit in your life. None, zilch, nil. True connections now. Do you connect with it or not? And if you don't, how can you have love then if you're not connecting to it? If you can't have an orgasm and sex, it's gonna be pretty hard to love. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's the truth when it comes down to a relationship. If we look at how love and works in relationships, it's a great analogy, but that doesn't mean that that's where we're all at. But we're all at that energy where you gotta find the deep connection, you gotta find the truth, you gotta find where you're all in, that you will die for that energy, you will die for it. And this is a destiny moment to only go in the directions you would die for, period. Period, that's the way that you have your love. And you know, the sun though tells Scorpio that you can have fun while doing it in all areas. You gotta shine bright, and we gotta find the love in ourselves and know and be more stubborn. This is about being stubborn. And I hate to say that because that doesn't sound spiritual, but that's the energy. It's a T-square in fixed energy. All we would need is some Aquarius energy, and oh my God, we'd have a grand, you know, fixed cross, which would just make this just, oh my gosh, it would just make it just crazy. The astrology could be just a little crazier. Not much more though, and it's this energy of finding why you're so amazing, finding your greatness, finding the things you really want to hold on to while letting go of what you've been holding on to that's not giving you what your truth is. That is the moon opposing Saturn. Uh-oh, you are not going to feel good about what the truth is, especially if it's got to let go of feelings that you've been holding on to of certain things, certain relationships, moon connecting to Venus. Oh my gosh, especially as Venus is now time to clean out our relationships, clean out our values, clean out and restore this new feeling inside that makes us feel greater, that makes us feel more amazing. This is feminine energy. It's about creation. It's about coming from love, but while having to make some serious and some very strong indications that your life is going to have to go through change. And this is a moment where it's all changing. That there is a road I know you want. I know you want it, and it's not gonna be that perfect to get there, but that's where you gotta go. And you've gotta listen to it. And there is every which way trying to tell you to go to these other roads, or maybe just sit in the place that you are. The Cancer goes, oh, well, we'll just rest and wait. You'll always, every day until you move into that energy, never be truly feeling happy, because you have that desire inside that wants to take you somewhere else. And you've got to go there now. That's a lot. This is not a joke. The moon comes in and then it leaves after today, and then it all ends. So this portal is fast and quick. All the lights turn on. You can play with every gadget for one period, for one day like this, and adjust the ship and adjust the course where once that power comes out, you can't redirect the settings that much. But this is about destiny. There is a calling in your life that you know that you are feeling. This is about feeling. And Mercury, that has done this crazy retrograde and forward motion and all this crazy energy, is trying to have you recover every little feeling. But you know what you want. You know what you desire. You know the road you need to go. It is the question of whether or not it is comfortable or not which is holding you back. You have something inside that is going, God, I want to go there, but oh, if I had this. That's also a moon in Taurus connected to Cancer, the two lazy energies together, which can be like, oh my God, I want it just to be this way and to feel the best way. I don't want to do that unless there's leather seats. And you got to see that this is first world problems that I guarantee are coming in between your energies. First world problems, always. I can go there, but oh, I just wouldn't have that certain thing. That laundry has that automatic wash on it. I'll have to go downstairs and use quarters if I move there. That's the kind of energy we're all in, and you're gonna have to see that your feelings want it to be so a certain way. And our heart, though, is desperate today to find what we truly love and have in our fire inside, because it's squaring a moon in Taurus of these feelings saying, nope, it's gotta be this way in order to have fun. And the sun's like, no, 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 I wanna live in my happiness. And Saturn and Scorpio's like, how could you be happy, dude, if she doesn't even give you an orgasm and she lies to you every day and she goes and sees another dude every day? Are you really in love with this girl? That's the same energy of like, are you really sure you're in love with this life? Because this is what the truth is, and this is how you really feel, how it's gotta be. So you're gonna have to come down to the truth and core of living in your happiness and having the courage. This is about balls which are not usually positioned in this energy correctly. You got Mars in Cancer squaring Uranus and opposing Pluto. Even though there's tension and there's this energy to want to move and all this, there's this feeling of like, no, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can make it happen. I can, but I can't. I can, but I can't. I can, but I can't. And you got to go into the I can. You've got to at least energetically today know that's the road. And you know what? You got to go into this. You're going to have to change your life. You're going to have to make a move that is not comfortable, that is crazy, and that takes you into the right energy. But it's going to bring you to everything that's great. Venus is positively aspected. Sure, it is opposing this Chiron and Neptune energy in the midpoint of this, which I think is a big wound to these value systems that we're going to have to fucking step into now, that your values in your life and that the relationships in your life are gonna have to get over the crap that's happened in the past. You're gonna have to get over what's wounded in it. It's gotta start fresh and new. Venus square, trining Pluto, coming into the moon, new feelings, new energy. We gotta come into new material energy, new grounded energy by these new feelings which are doing it. This is the water in the earth. This is a sledge coming in. This is a mudslide into our life that's gonna clear things out after the rain clears it all out, that it's time to clear it. It's time to change it. It's time to go for it. No matter what happens today, you have to know. You have to know what your heart wants. You have to know what your truth is. You need to know what feelings are holding you behind, and you got to step into that truth. We got Saturn in the North Node getting closer and closer every day as we speak to bring us into this raw, new life. And it's got to be a raw, new life, and it's got to be a new world where your truth is. You can't deny it anymore. You can't be on vacation emotionally anymore. You've got to put the work in. You've got to do the time, and you've got to come into this grand 6-point star energy and all this grand energy in the sextile to come into this and understand and feel and know and start to go and build and not be afraid to make the move or not make too drastic of a move either. And the fact is, coming from anger or fear or hate and coming from a place of love and compassion and taking and understanding the emotions of it's patience. You got to put your time in, but if you're not putting any of the time in, then you're not going anywhere. And you're gonna have to start putting the time in. You're gonna have to make those moves now, and you're gonna have to steadily, day by day, and right now, dedicate yourself to going where you truly want. It's time to make your big decision emotionally. It's time to make your big decision about what your heart really wants, because this is where you're gonna get now. And this is a destined moment that you will remember for the rest of your life, because this will be a moment when you decided and all the ship came on for you to put your life into the right direction. No matter what happens, there's asteroids, there's things, you're gonna have, it's not gonna be perfect, but you're gonna get there, you're gonna win, and you're gonna find what your heart truly wants. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or if you want a one-on-one reading with me. Thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will see you tomorrow.